Hello Brave Souls, Soniclegacy12 here, and welcome to another channel update here for both the Soniclegacy12 Twitch and YouTube channels. Before we get to the main points today, first I do want to say it has now been officially a year since my actual return in the form of the Revival era, which, of course, I can't remember the exact date, but it was around late February going into early March. Other than that, basically throughout the year it has been a very rough road as far as analyzing what I need to do, what needed to be done, just pretty much to improve the channel. Basically now we are actually at a point where I did not think I would have progressed this far. So of course, given you guys are the reason that this is possible, which there's a reason I do call you guys Brave Souls for a reason, because someone like me, I don't expect a lot, but it means a lot that you guys have at least tuned in, watching the streams, watching the recordings that I've done. So basically I'm going to do the best that I can this year, despite the rough times that are pretty much lying in my path right now. But regardless, we are now in the resurgence era, so basically since I would assume after the future of the Day One Play channel update, that's where basically things have been growing, and over the past year I never would have expected something such as far as my Day One Play series to be the biggest success that I've ever seen. Especially two streams in particular. The one success came in the form of a Twitch export, which was the Day One Play NBA 2K18 on the Switch, and then just recently was the Payday 2 release on the Switch as well. So again, huge thank you for everyone, because those two were pretty much the roughest review sessions that I have ever done as far as the Day One Play series is concerned. Given outside the scope of my normal field, especially with NBA, that definitely a huge thank you again. So I'm going to do the best that I can here as much as possible. So of course, please do leave feedback, because I want to try to keep getting better as much as possible. Of course, due to limitations here with, of course, this here, and of course with work that I deal with offline from either site. Basically, it will get in the way a little bit, but I don't want it to completely take over. So that's what I'm going to push through as much as possible. So that's that. Next note is, as far as the demo run series, which originally was home to the Soniclegacy12 Twitch channel, now has been moved to the Soniclegacy12 YouTube channel. So the first recorded edition of demo run will take place this weekend, and it will be with Kirby Star Allies. So I know I'm a little bit late to the party for that one. I do apologize. I have no choice into that matter whatsoever on why it's late, so it's what it is. But again, bear with me. That's all I ask. That's pretty much going to do it for the small notes. Now towards the slight big notes, at least the main focus, which is the extend sessions. Basically, we have 3 coming up. I actually had 2 only in mind, but apparently the third one, based on some very unusual, people have been kind of throwing it out there and then kind of asking about it too. So here we go. First one is Overwatch Matches Live, which will be getting its first extend session, and then there's also For Honor Duels Live that'll be receiving its second extend session. Now here's the thing. Normally what their days are kind of flopped, at least when they originally were running, but of course I'm going to flip it over just a bit. By now Overwatch will be done on Saturdays, and For Honor Duels Live will be done on Fridays. So we're gonna see how that turns out. But as far as the note for Overwatch is concerned, because yes, I am extremely late to the party, because I believe that my sources have apparently, I guess, not thrown in the news one point, or it was just that it was intentionally a drive-by notice DLC drop. So basically, I'm extremely late with the Mora DLC, though I already knew about that a while back. It's just, again, drive-by notice. And then same thing with Bridget, given she was just recently released, and drive-by. No forewarning whatsoever. So I am, of course, a little late to the party. I'm sorry about that. But at least to help you guys and to help me, that's why I'm going to do these streams for Bridget and Mora. And I will be doing this session in a form of 4 streams. So combining, of course, 2 DLCs together, how I normally ran with Street Fighter V Online Live's extended sessions. That's how we'll do that. And as far as For Honor Duels Live is concerned, in its second extended session, basically this is now for the Age of Wolves Season 5 DLC. Now, this, I thought For Honor was at least somewhat done now, at least as far as any other major updates, but given Season 5, I should have expected that, but it's what it is. Now, I don't know the full major details deep within it, except for I know there's a few things that I wasn't able to do throughout the last one because they had to roll out other features little by little. But I do know that the dedicated servers are actually coming up for Honor, but that won't be until some later time, and I haven't checked on anything recently as far as news on how that progress is going for the consoles. But if it already has, then I apologize. Otherwise, that'll be coming up later, but I'll do another extended session with the dedicated servers to see how that reacts and how that works, yada yada yada. There you go. So I will be doing this in a form of 2 episodes of the stream session. So given that this isn't really too much filled within it, at least not that I'm seeing, but of course we're going to do what we can within those 45-minute intervals for each stream. So again, bear with me. I'm not trying to have these to go on as long as I have had other series to do. So that's how we're going to roll with that. And last note is concerning Splatoon 2 Battles Live. Now, for those who are new to my Twitch channel, Twitch guys, listen up, because this is kind of huge for you guys. So I've noticed that a lot of people have been throwing out Splatoon in my last several streams. People have been wanting to do Splatoon, but I have not had any time to squeeze that into the current schedules as of when people have been asking. So what I'm going to do is, basically as part of one of the categories of how an extended session would come about, is viewer demand. So this is how we're going to play it out. Basically, we are going to run a 3-episode extended session for how the viewer demand sessions will go. Now, as far as details on what we're going to be doing, I'm going to play it as we go along. Given you guys, of course, I don't mind which option you guys choose, even if the series was still around regardless. But I want you guys to have fun, so basically you take control of what you want to do in said matches, and basically it'll be almost nearly to the point of viewer battlegrounds wise, but we gotta try to be careful not to do that too much, because I don't want it to overkill the purpose of what that series is going to end up being when it starts. So I do expect the Splatoon series to start at some point. Problem is, it's going to be a little bit before we can get to it, but I don't expect it to be too long. Actually, I think I'm probably going to do it after the For Honor Duels Live extended session ends. So basically, this will be a weekly basis deal, just like the past series have done. And given the timing of when For Honor Duels Live and Overwatch starts, it'll be this weekend from the time that this recording has been done. So this coming Friday, For Honor Duels Live Extend will start at 10 p.m. So basically it will take over somewhat of what Overwatch used to be. And then on Saturday would be Overwatch matches live around 10 p.m. as well, because I do have Pokken Tournament DX Online Live occupying a later spot, so that's why I cannot do much about that. But that is how we're going to run it until at least some time is freed up. But now, because I am doing these extended sessions, I want to make another note perfectly clear right now that Destiny 2 Misadventures Live will be somewhat on hold for a little bit, unless I can find some time in a current week where I can actually do a stream outside of the weekend schedule. But again, right now, overload is something I'm trying not to do, so I do apologize, but that will have to be put on hold for just a little bit. So with that said, thanks for watching, and if you like what you saw here today, of course, go ahead and hit the like or subscribe or follow, depending on whichever version you're watching as of right now, because again, your help is greatly appreciated so we can get upgrades here on both channels, including the Viewer Battleground series that I've been mentioning about. I have no doubt that that series is going to be awesome. That's how I see it. So with that said, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Soniclegacy12 signing out. Laters.